Greetings! Only 1 hour late for the live show thanks to some audio issues in Windows 10. I hate you, Microsoft. But the good news is episode 51. One away from an entire freaking year. Holy crap.
He just said that like, oh my god, it's been a year.
Like, oh my god. I thought you were going to jump in there. So we've got some...
I let you be the sorority girl all by yourself.
Okay. So this week we've got all kinds of new stuff. We got movie stuff, Diablo 2 stuff. Got some statues and some news on those. Warcraft got a couple interesting updates on the alpha servers, no spoilers. And if you like, I'm gonna call him Cthulhu, because that's how I've always said it. Hearthstone has some stuff for you. And oh my god, Asmodunk. This is episode 51 of the Epic Fail podcast, and today, since we are an hour late, it's still Friday, West Coast, so March 11th, 2016.
You are now listening to the Epic Fail podcast.
Sorry, I had to run with that sorority girl moment. I am Draven Dresden, and thanks to this piece of junk, or some wire connecting to my computer, or maybe it's the computer that's a piece of junk. Hour late, using this thing. I'm probably going to edit that out. As I mentioned before, this is the Epic Fail podcast. We live up to our name regularly. With me, as always, the co-conductors to the fail train. Ladies first. You cheered me up, so I'll do my best not to make fun of you horribly this week. We got Scarlett. How are you doing, and what have you been up to this week?
Hello. I don't know how I cheered you up. I just don't know. That was Bree. I'm good. I'm a little tired. It's been a long week, and I still have to work tomorrow. Yay! So, I was gonna raid this week on Wednesday, and before raid, I'm like, let me take a nap for an hour. And then I woke up at 7 a.m. or 6 a.m., something like that, way after raid ended. So I slept through my alarm. So I didn't get to raid as much this week. And played some Hearthstone and stuff. And apparently you can see my cat back there. That's the grumpy one. And yeah, that was my week. Played some Hearthstone. Didn't really play Diablo. Played some WoW. Did a lot of real life work. That was me.
I did play Diablo, to which I will say, We'll get to that later. Theory from Florida, I'm told. How are you doing this week?
I'm fine, I guess. Yeah, I'm good. Still a member of the club, as you can see. Yeah, no invites yet. However, I have watched a lot of streams. I've been doing a lot of only watching, both Cuddles and Totem, and a little bit of Wicked. watching them play, and it was enjoyable. I got to see some new stuff, and I'm learning a little bit more about the game, so I'm getting excited. And that announcement they made last week is starting to look pretty cool, even though it's still a month and a half away. So I'm anxiously awaiting that for the actual open beta, which will be nice. Raiding went pretty good this week. Went in with both teams and killed all our normal bosses. Had some fun on alts with the chickens, and also killed heroic Archie again. He's died. I think we're getting close to double digits now, something like that, with the other team. So did have a little bit of issue this week though, which was interesting. I didn't see a hot fix. I don't know why it was different, but both myself and my off tank for our fire department team were getting punched in the face by the ads on Archimon a lot harder than normal. Normally, I don't even roll cooldowns for that. It's like no big deal. They tickle. This week, they hurt a little bit, and I don't really know why. So we struggled a little bit, not only because of that, but because of some other mechanical issues. I think everybody was just kind of having an off night, but we got it down. So it was still a good week. Haven't touched Hearthstone because it's a rehash and eggs this week, which we'll talk about that a little bit later. But there's lots of new stuff there too. But other than that, it was a good week. I don't really have much else. Okay.
Is that an old god?
Possibly.
I think that was. How did you say it? Seathun?
Yeah.
Isn't it like Cthulhu? So it's
Who knows?
Thun.
I've always said Seathun, so I guess Cthulhu would work too.
Cthulhu.
Well, there's
I don't
TH,
know.
so it's sound.
Yeah, but Cthulhu is actually Cthulhu, I think.
No, it's
Not
Cthulhu.
sure. Is it Cthulhu? I don't know.
Anyway,
I only played the game.
Yeah. As for me, my WoW time has mostly been Garrison. Thanks to random internet issues like my network card not working for a couple days. Thus, I missed chickens because of work. I missed Hygel on Wednesday because of that same issue. Hurrah.
You've been missing from the fire department for a while.
I missed last week because of I just took the week off entirely of raiding.
I don't mean to give you a hard time. We were all appreciating it. I'm just saying.
I figured. And then I did manage to get into Banana's team last night, but because I had some other stuff to do and I had a freaking weird schedule today. I had a split shift. I worked early in the morning, had the afternoon off, and then had to go back this evening. So that was fun. So I have not killed Archie in 2 weeks. I've done a lot of Garrison stuff, and that's about it in WoW. Other than that, a little bit of not only watch. I can actually play the game. Well, I can log in, and I can move the characters around, and I can die. I really wouldn't call that playing. Heroes, on the other hand, I've been playing a lot of that. That's been mostly my week, is Heroes. And seeing weird random news pop up everywhere and be like, what? And then I ordered the Chronicles Volume 1 book. I did that yesterday.
I forgot to order that, and now I can't for a while. Sad face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ordered mine last night.
Yep. But that's been my week. All kinds of some fun and computer issues. What else is new, honestly?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Computer issues.
The one good thing is I found out with my new card, I can do 92 frames a second on Ultra in RAID.
Keep talking smack. There's going to be more karma coming back on you. Tomorrow your computer's just not going to turn on. I'm just saying.
It's already tomorrow for me, so I'm good there.
Sunday, whatever. It'll happen.
Yeah,
Karma
probably.
doesn't have a watch.
No, I'm not rubbing anything in. I just thought it was cool. I spent quite a bit of money on that card, so I'm allowed to be excited. Anyway, let's get into the show itself and stop with, the selfish talk. We got some Blizzard news, all kinds of it. Some good, some bad, and some. What, really?
Yeah, go get your tissues.
Yeah. Get your tissues, get your popcorn, get your happy food, and get your. Did they really just say that? Whatever you do for that. We got some Blizzard news.
This is the Blizzard news you can use.
So, up first, we're going to start on the downer, and hopefully things get, cooler, happier as we go. So, first up, community manager Zarhym, however he decided he wanted to say it. Zarhym. I'm always gonna say Zarhym. That's how it looks to me. That's how.
Same here, Zarhym.
Yeah. The floating skull in the blue poster with the floating skull for an icon. He is no longer with Blizzard Entertainment. Normally, this would just be sad news. But the way things have been going, there was no, hey, I'm going to be leaving in X amount of time. It was great working for this company, etc., and so forth. It was just one day, everything was cool. Next day, yeah, he doesn't work here anymore. So I don't know what to make of that, except for something seems to have happened. We have no information, no one's talking. I don't blame anyone for not talking. But yeah.
I like him from BlizzCon. He was
Yes.
on Towley's stream and he was freaking adorable and it was cute. So, sad face.
Yeah, he was one of the guys I did manage to meet. 99% sure he signed my poster.
And he's got a lot of contacts in CTR that know him, talk to him regularly. So he's going to be missed. He's somebody that was pretty well known in the community and well liked. So it definitely seems to be big shoes for somebody to fill. And we'll see who that person ends up being. And it definitely was abrupt. Now, that could mean many different things, so we shouldn't jump to any conclusions. But it definitely sad to see him go.
Yeah. The only thing like I said, I met the guy. He seemed really nice. But then again, it was BlizzCon. Everyone was in a good mood. Except for some random protesters outside the one night. That was interesting.
I don't think they count.
No, they don't count. I think they were protesting because they couldn't get in. But yeah, it's just a weird situation. Obviously, we wish him the best of luck in whatever he's off to do, which from the looks of it, he doesn't know yet. Which only fuels the fire of it was abrupt. But I've seen some people talking through Twitter and other various places. No one likes it when everyone is overly worried about things. But at some point, you start to think maybe there's a reason. Because how many community managers is this in the last 6 months? We've lost keep person after person after person, and it's like, okay, fine, maybe Blizzard doesn't pay as well as we think they do, or whatever. But
Well, with some of those, though, they took what would be considered a higher position with a smaller company.
okay, yeah, but
So,
still, you're losing a big name community manager, and then another, and this is at least what, 4 or 5 of them in the past year.
well, I mean, Ghostcrawler was not a community manager,
No, I'm
so
not
you don't
counting
count
him.
him. I know that we had at least two this past year. I'm not sure who the other ones are that you're speaking of, but there definitely seems to be an exodus going on in general there. But with a public company like that, anytime anybody leaves, we're going to know about it, especially for somebody that's connected to the community. So the thing that strikes me on this is that he has no idea where he's going to go, which to me means either he's just not ready to make the announcement to where he's going to go, or he just made a change. Even in some of the best companies in the world, which I probably would think Blizzard probably is looking from the outside in, there's going to be people who are unhappy for one reason or another, either about their position or someone else about your performance. So it's you're going to have situations like that happen. I don't really think it's that big of a deal. Hopefully, what you're saying is not true, and it's not a sign of more problems internally. But I mean, we don't hear about other people like the mailroom guy getting, canned or quitting or whatever. We hear about these people because they're already such a big part of the community. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm not saying, something is amiss or anything like that. I'm just saying it looks like there could be. And I hope it's not the case, but
But you also have to think about, like, I work in a huge company that has lots of offices, and I mean, corporate is corporate, no matter if it's gaming or like just any company that has lots of offices. So you can only get to a certain position, and then you either, like, there comes a time when you're just in a plateau where there's no place to go. And people leave all the time
yeah, fair enough.
for just, the stress of the job is too much, and they need to quit for health reasons, or they decided they want a career change and they want to go back to school, or even people getting fired for like in my job. And there is, like, they say it's to protect the information, but there's no information really that you could take on your cell phone that would be worth anything to anybody. But you could technically get fired if you have your cell phone out in my job. So, somebody could be having a bad day and the higher ups are coming through the office and like, oh, well, out the door. Although granted, if you're in a higher up position, that probably wouldn't happen, but still, leaving a corporate place doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing either.
Yeah. Yeah, I never really thought about that. There's no real, like, once you get to the certain level of pay or whatever, there's no advancement really. So, I honestly, I will
You
admit I
can't
didn't
really,
think of
like,
that, but at the same
you're
time,
you're the top end of customer service, and the only way to advance would be to get like a manager position, and those do not come a long way in corporate. And they are also, at least in my company, for example, they will let a manager go. Like, if they have to downsize and, save $100,000 on salaries, they'll let one manager go instead of like 5 agents, so
yeah,
it can happen.
like I said, I hope nothing is, wrong or anything like that. It just, I noticed that a bunch of people were saying, and I'm seeing the same thing. I'm just hoping that maybe it's just one of those, this isn't how it is. It might look this way, but at the same time, this is what it looks like. You have this mass exodus of big names that people have known for years, and within about a year, leaving, that kind of thing. Now, it might just be a coincidence, but we're not getting as much communication, so they're not allowed saying it a whole lot, which, okay, fine, new expansion, you can't really confirm anything. I get that. But at the same time, even current stuff we're not hearing about. So, yeah, it's just one of those weird things that I noticed, and some other people have noticed, and either way, whether they work for Blizzard or not, we wish them the best, clearly. And as was pointed out in chat, it's basically a thankless job. If you do your job perfect, no one says, "Yay, you're awesome." I mean, okay, yeah, they do a little bit, but overall, it's a no, you suck, get out, go away. Why are you ruining this game? Which, isn't even, they don't even program the game, so they're not ruining anything. They're just relay of information. But yeah. All right. So next up, and I will fix that for you, Scarlett, here in a sec.
Thank you.
I think it looks fine, but since you're getting all uppity about it.
Uppity?
I know. I'm picking on her. There. Alright. Now I gotta...
It's fine.
It's fine. Anyway, next up! Get back down to that. Farewell, Zarhym. We'll miss you. Do you like Funko? Well, the WoW movie has some coming out. I don't know if I like these. I'm not a huge Funko guy, but I don't know.
They're very similar to each other.
Yeah.
And there's a fifth one too that's not pictured, but it's not a huge variation between them. That said, I will be buying all of them.
Yeah,
I kind of want the Orgrim one. And is that Gul'dan? Or
no.
Oh, is that Grom? I can't even see who that is.
It looks
I
like
want to say
Durotan.
Drekthar or Durtan.
Yeah, Drekthar. Probably Drek.
Oh, okay, so Durtan's the bald one and Drekthar's the hairy one.
Orgrim is the bald one.
Yeah, what did I say?
Durotan.
Oh.
Durotan
is Orgrim. No, he's not. Never mind.
They're different people. That's why they have different names.
I'm tired.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, they excuse me, had to mute for a minute. Either way, no matter who they are, there's not a whole lot of differences between them, and that's why I'm not sure I care. I love the fact that they exist. Don't get me wrong. More stuff for the movie, which hopefully we get some more promo stuff for.
It actually is Durtan. It's Orgrim and Durtan.
Okay.
And then the fifth one that's not pictured is Garona.
Is she at least green?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, one that looks different.
Going slightly off topic here, I have a feeling she's going to be badass in the movie. I'm
hope.
excited for her.
I hope. I'm hoping this movie is amazing. But there's very little promotion going on right now. So I'm starting to worry at the same time.
It's too early.
Yeah, well, not really. Couple months.
You'll start seeing it at the end of the month, and it'll be
Yeah.
pretty heavy in April and May.
Oh yeah, definitely. But it's just one of those things where they need to do something soon. This is a good step. Oh, and apparently there's a trailer coming in the next couple of weeks. A guy on Twitter messaged the director, Duncan Jones, and when are we getting trailer number 2? And he said sometime before April. And the funny part of that was he replied that, he replied back and said, well, when before April? Which week? And Duncan Jones then replied, one of the ones before April, question mark, with a couple question marks. I thought it was funny.
So it's a secret. That's awesome. I like it.
Honestly, I'm thinking it's going to be the last Tuesday before April, or maybe the last Friday. What's coming out this month? We got 10 Cloverfield Lane, just came out today, or yesterday if you're on the East Coast. I don't know what else comes out this month. There's one other movie, but I don't remember. And it really doesn't make any difference. But something's coming out. I'm thinking whatever it is that comes out the last Friday of the month will have the new trailer.
When is Civil War coming out? Isn't that the
May.
big one? Okay.
Yeah.
See that 2 months away, and it's starting being hyped now. So
Yeah. I'm definitely... Well, Civil War's been getting hyped for a while. They're just pushing into overdrive now. By the way, that new trailer... that last few seconds, I don't know. At first I was like, yay! And then I looked closer at it, and I'm like, maybe bad CGI.
So, you remind me of a friend of mine.
I am so sorry. I feel bad for him.
Every time he goes to the movies, well, not every time, but a lot of times that he goes to the movies, he writes a very lengthy film review blog on Facebook.
I used to do movie reviews back when I worked in the movie theater. I never anywhere popular or anywhere like that, but for the group of friends, there was about 300 of us or so. And I did movie reviews. I did like random, like 5 stars. And if it had no stars, I gave it no stars. But if a movie was absolutely horrible, I didn't give it was just a picture of a bomb. And like, don't even bother. They weren't often, but they did happen. Supernova, looking at you.
I have no idea what that is.
It's a bad movie is what it is. Don't watch it. Anyway, new trailer coming soon. Hopefully we get some new stuff. Not a whole lot. I mean, I don't want 100% new footage, but if, let's say it's a 2.5 minute preview. At least 30 seconds, 45 seconds of brand new, nothing seen before stuff would be nice.
He did post those pictures.
Yeah, he posted some pictures. If they're in
Stormwind and the Hogger poster.
Yeah. That was
speaking of which, they should sell that Hogger poster. I would buy it.
Yeah.
I would totally buy it too.
I'd think about buying it. I don't know that I would buy it. I would be really tempted to buy it. So it would kind of depend on my finances for that week. It depends on how much it would be.
You need to be more
Sometimes-
decisive.
I used to be indecisive. I'm not so sure anymore.
Just because you say you're going to buy it right now doesn't mean that you actually would have to buy it if it came out and you were broke.
Well, yeah, I'm just thinking I would want to buy it. It would really depend on how much it costs, honestly. If it was like $10-15, probably. If it's any more than that, probably not. Unless it was really like well-made vinyl or something.
Wasn't my Overwatch poster only like $30-something? And that's a ginormous poster.
We can't be friends
Which
anymore.
also fell off my wall. So now I gotta figure out how to stick it back up.
All right. Anything else, movie? Okay then. Blizzard had a student art contest that was technically for last year. They just posted the results and stuff like that. And, contest winners, character, fun stuff. I'm not taking anything away. I didn't look at all the entries, all that fun stuff. I don't know what to think about this. All the credit in the world. They have way more artistic talent than I do, which is to say they have some. Because I don't. The environment one, it looks cool, but I don't know where I would place it if it ever got used.
It looks elfin to me.
It looks, to me, yeah, like Lady Ashara, maybe. Maybe a part of her kingdom before it went, waterbound. Now, the character one on the right, that one I think looks cool.
But it doesn't look wowish.
You can change it to look wowish, but yeah, it still looks interesting. But yeah, what do you think, Theory?
Those two are just sample submissions.
Yeah.
So they're both pretty cool, in my opinion. They're going for different things. Obviously, they had two different categories, like an environmental and a character contest. Looking at some of the other submissions, if you go to the website, some of them are downright cool.
Oh,
and
yeah.
other ones are kind of mediocre.
Well, I mean, that's going to be I could have entered, but I don't think a stick figure would win, so.
You should have. It would have been cool.
It would have been funny. I don't know about cool. Alright. I mentioned a statue earlier. You remember how they previewed that Reaper statue? This isn't it. This is the Grom statue. $350. This thing... it looks awesome. I'll give them that. I'm not paying it. I'm not paying $350 for it.
I think it's really cool. I think it's really well done.
Oh yeah.
I just don't like orcs enough to buy it. If it was Arthas.
Yeah.
Even at Arthas, that's kind of expensive.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
if
think
it was
it's
Arthas
amazing,
and I won the
but-
lottery.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I'd have both of them.
Yeah. Now, I'm not trying to rub it in, but I did go to BlizzCon. I did see the full-size version of this thing, and that was really cool. I'm just not a huge Grom fan, especially not for $350. It looks amazing. I mean, if I could afford it and I had room for it, maybe, but not. No. I do like that he's stepping on Manoroth's head. I'll give it that.
That is a cool effect. I do like that too.
That being said, I'm still waiting on Reaper. Even if I suck at him in the game, I want that statue. If it is $350, I'm going to throw things. It should be 100. I could see 150.
It's not going to be 100, 150.
Tracer's only 100.
But is it the same size as the Grom one?
This Grom, I think, is a little bigger than Tracer still, but... let me go back to that. 18 inches tall. Tracer is, I believe... No, it's about the same size, actually, if I recall correctly.
Tracer's is just a little bit more, well, I should say less detailed because of the art style.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a little bit less. If they were doing a Reaper one, I would imagine it'd probably be closer to the Tracer because the art style is the same.
Yeah, so I can... Yeah, I'm hoping 100, 150. If it's much more than that, I'm going to have to really think hard about it.
I think they should gold plate it and make it be $2,000 just so you won't buy it.
That would be funny. Or if they made the Reaper statue with the Reaper face. The one where he's actually has his face.
That one I wouldn't buy.
Our buddy Cuddles has a good point. The things you'll be throwing is your wallet.
That's true.
No, I have my limits.
Get it.
If it's 100 to 150, heck yes, I will buy it. If it's 350, they can keep it. I want it. I'm not making any claims otherwise. At $350, it ain't gonna happen.
I would have a very hard time justifying any type of statue like that that's more than $100.
Yeah.
And you know, like Charlotte said, if I win the lottery, that's a different story. But there's not that many lottery winners out there. I'm sure their intent is to try to sell a good number of these, and that's a little bit of a high price point. $100, I could see doing. $350, no.
Yeah. So, can we have some information, Blizz? I know you listen because you listen to every podcast, right?
Yeah, because that makes sense.
Apparently not.
Or I think they just find it funny that you're in the no beta club theory. That's what it is.
Well, maybe that's what happened to Zarhym. Zarhym's like, my boy theory needs beta. God damn it, if you don't give it to him, I'm walking. And they're like, bye.
That would be amazing. If
it's in my dreams, but
if there is an unprompted tweet with him saying that, I will buy your BlizzCon ticket. End of story.
Unprompted. All right, so that means I got to find his phone number.
How dare you? We mentioned a couple weeks ago, or maybe even last week, about the cow level in Diablo 3.
It's not a Diablo thing.
Yeah, but there's not really a whole lot of Diablo news, so it's up here in this section.
Kind of
like the next. Yeah, we're just squeezing in the other games that don't have a whole lot. I loaded Diablo for the first time in like 2 weeks, and I made it my mission to find the cow level. If you played Diablo 2, you know the cow level. It's the on two legs cows with axes and such. It is in Diablo 3. I will confirm it. I was there. It is hysterical. The mooing got turned down, which was nice. Which, you know, took away from the hilarity of it, but it's there. It was cool. There is several hundred cows around to kill. And the thing I like most is the ghost of the king that gets you there runs around. He's like a fire something or other, and he'd run around with you, helping you kill everything. And the loot wasn't that bad. I couldn't use any of it, but it was so cool. I got like 5 legendaries and a set item.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Again, I was already outgeared it, but whatever. So yeah, cow level confirmed. Since I couldn't the other time.
Yeah, so, you know, I confirmed it last week, but that's okay.
Yeah. I know you did. Alright, so outside of that, we do have some Overwatch news, and we'll have some a little bit later, kind of. But for now, we got some new skins, like Steambot Bastion. I like this one.
That one is so cute.
I like this. I wish they would have called it Steampunk Bastion, but that's, you know, personal preference of mine. Whatever. I like this one.
We need more gears if it was steampunk.
Yeah. Wooden Bastion. I find this hysterical. Especially with a little woodpecker.
Yeah, the little woodpecker. There should be like holes in his face.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that would be awesome. That they should do that.
This one,
right.
I love this one. This is amazing. I love it. And then I saw who it was. Space Frog.
Exactly.
Lucio.
Exactly. If it wasn't Lucio, I would really like this one.
It should be the Genji, whatever his name is, the guy with the orbs. It should be for him.
Zenyatta? Either
The
it
orbs
doesn't.
is Zenyatta.
I don't
Genji
Yeah,
is the ninja.
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe I'm mixing up characters,
yeah,
but it shouldn't be the rollerblading dude.
yeah. I mean, okay, fine. He's wearing skates. Whatever. I don't care. This skin is freaking amazing. I just wish it was on somebody else.
Yeah, I agree. It is a very, very cool skin, but it won't make me play that character.
Yeah. Mystery Man McCree. I like this one too. It's like McCree if he was like a
Agree?
McCree. I probably mispronounced it. I'm sorry.
Agree.
Yeah. Uh, I just
If he was a what? Finish your thought.
a villain,
Okay.
like an old Western movie villain. I like this one. Probably not going to make me play McCree, but it's still cool. This is Lionheart Reinhardt.
This one reminds me of a Varian Ren with all the crazy lions on his shoulders. Pretty cool looking.
Who's not Rin, but Lothar? Wasn't he called the Lion of Stormwind?
Yes. That's probably a better reference.
Yeah, this one is another cool skin. Again, you're seeing him without a mask. The characters in game, in mask, I don't want to see their faces. This is a me thing. I know it's a me thing. But there it is.
Then save the best one for last.
Oh, we said one for last. I don't know about the best one.
Oh, it's the best one.
Spirit of 76, Soldier 76. It looks, it's Evil Knievel?
America.
America. Yeah.
I definitely do not like that one.
Oh, I love it. He looks like a cross between like Uncle Sam and Elvis.
The actual outfit, I don't hate. I don't like, but I don't hate. The face, no, it looks wrong. There's nothing. I don't know why it looks wrong. It just looks wrong.
I love it. If I were to get this skin, was fortunate enough to get it, I would play with this one. Just because number one, it annoys you a lot, which is a bonus. But number two, yeah, I think it's awesome. But it does have an Elvis feel to it. When you see his face and the fact that it looks like it's like tight leather, that looks like an Elvis outfit to me, combined with Evil Knievel. But it's cool.
Yeah, for the most part, this set of skins are amazing. I love them. There's a couple questionables, such as why does Lucio get the coolest skin they've put in the game?
Because people don't like him. I think that is an honest effort to get more people to want to play him. Number one. And I actually have a kind of a surprise question for you on this topic. One of my buddies at work was talking to me about the skins, and I know you've been playing the beta a little bit, and I've been watching the beta quite a bit, and hopefully Charlotte's been watching a little. So the way that right now you get the skins is from that like case you get, right? If you get that, it's like a reward case, and then it's random what's inside. So are they going to be selling these skins, or are they all going to be in those cases? Number one.
There's a shop.
All in the cases.
Right now, everything's in the case. You cannot spend any money in Overwatch. That said, they're going to sell something. Some of these might be in-game currency only, and like the Origin skins, you can only get those from getting the Origins package.
Exactly. Yep.
But there's going to be and I really hate that I know that this is what's going to happen. And for the record, I'm speculating. I don't for sure know. You're going to buy in-game currency instead of buying the skin. And what's going to happen is they're going to say you spend $10 and you get 1,000, whatever the currency's called. Most of the things cost $750. That means you're gonna have $250 left over. Well, I got $250. I can't use anything with it. I might as well buy more. $750. Now I have $500. Well, I might as well buy more. Now you can buy 2 more.
So you think they're going to do a marketing ploy with the amount of
I
whatever
would.
currency it is?
I would.
So I'm thinking something else, and then ultimately a question to follow it up. I'm thinking it may be currency that you're buying in order to buy a chance at getting a skin. So you buy like an extra one of those caches where you don't actually get to pick which one you're buying, you're just buying a chance. Which, since people are going to get attached to probably multiple characters, since you don't want to just know one, but they'll have certain ones that they obviously are favorites. Do you think, and this is where the question kind of comes in, that they will allow you to trade skins with other players?
No.
I think they will.
No.
I thought
I don't.
that was already in the talks.
I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think I could see them going with the buy a box and get a chance at whatever. It's usually 4 or 5 things that pop out of it. I could see that. I don't think that's how it's going to be, though. I think you're going to buy the actual currency itself to go towards what you want. Because, like you said, multiple characters.
Yep.
So even if you get the one you want, oh, well, that Lucio skin is amazing. In case I ever freaking need to play Lucio, I'm going to pick that. That way I don't have to look at him, because he looks goofy. Gosh.
I swear I read somewhere, though, that you could trade the, they were thinking of making it so you could trade the skins, so the random stuff that you get out of the boxes, if you get duplicates, you can trade or give to other people.
The duplicates, at least right now, turn into the in-game currency automatically, so you don't even get the duplicate. What I think will happen, it's not in the game yet, just like in Hearthstone. You can go through, I don't want that, I'm never going to use that, dust, or whatever it's called in Overwatch. I think that will happen.
Gotcha. So my thought, and this is where this kind of question came from my buddy at work who's really considering buying it, is if you get the one skin for the one character you absolutely hate. So for example, if you get the one Reaper skin you really don't want, what could you do with it? You know what I mean? So it's like, I could see trading it being a way to be a little bit more engaging, where it'd be more social because you could actively seek out somebody to trade that skin. But
I would trade you that Reaper skin
being able
theory.
to dust it. Yeah, I probably would take it too because I really don't mind it. But
if you ever played Reaper, I'd know to aim for you. So
well, I don't play anything yet because no beta club, which isn't up there right now. But anyway, I do think that they will eventually do what you said, most likely, which is allow you to kind of dust them and use that currency in order to try to buy another chance or actually buy certain skins. That makes a lot more sense. That follows the patterns that they already have set up. So I think that your answer is probably spot on.
yeah, the only thing I'm not 100% sure on is the pay money, get X currency, which will be more than what you're paying for with the currency. Thus, you have extra, and you're like, well, I don't want to waste this. Buy more. To me, that
well, I
makes
do
the
think
most
they'll
sense.
probably have different things. Like, so you can buy a set skin for 10,000 whatever points, but you can buy a cache for 5,000, but it's random what's in the cache. So there'll probably be different things you can buy in different amounts, I'm sure. And as far as the actual currency or buying the item, whether you're buying the item for $5 or you're buying the skin for $10, I really don't think that matters all that much, whether it's currency or dollars. I just would prefer to spend a couple extra dollars to get the one I actually want instead of a chance at it.
Yeah. Howland in chat is saying he doubts that they're going to make us buy currency. They don't do it with any of the other games, so why Overwatch? I don't think they're going to make us buy it. I think if people want to buy it to go quicker, I think that will be an option. I don't think they're going to let us just straight up for cash buy skins.
So it's something you'll be able to earn outside of purchasing it, but you could purchase it if you wanted more.
Yeah. I mean, I would much rather buy specific skins. I don't know that I would buy the Lucio skin unless I knew there was going to be a situation coming up where I was going to be forced to play the character.
Yeah, I'm never going to play that one, so I don't care about that one at all.
If I knew I would have to play the character ever, that skin would be on my list to buy. End of story. Just because, one, the skin is amazing. I love that. I hate who it's attached to. But, you know, what are you going to do?
You're gonna play him. That's what you're gonna do.
You're going to play that character and you're going to like it. Well, maybe not like it, but you're going to endure it.
So,
It's not what I was gonna say, but close.
do you remember enduring geography class way back when in school? Well, we're going to talk about it in just a minute.
Yeah, yeah, if you guys don't have any overall Blizzard stuff, let's hit up some game specifics, even though we kind of did that with Overwatch. Alright, well then, we got a little bit of WoW news, and the fact that nobody can tell distances or see off of boats. So let's talk some World of Warcraft. That was a nice segue theory. I just felt the need to ruin it by pointing it out.
You did. You kind of train wrecked it right after I made that nice, smooth segue, and then it was like, no, wait.
Yep.
Okay. Well, here we go. That was awful.
I know. I'm good at that. Yes, I'm really good at being awful.
And it shows, my friend. And for that, I will be queued for another 3 weeks on the beta.
Yep.
Well, you're already in queue, so
you're queued till like March 4th. You're
March
queued till
3rd,
like
or what is it? May 3rd. May 3rd.
May, not March. Wow.
2 months.
Anyway,
a little less.
Anyway,
okay.
World of Warcraft. So you brought up geography, and I'll just say cartography, because that's the actual one you're looking for.
Well, cartography is drawing maps. Geography is looking at maps.
You say potato, I say nuclear warfare.
Pretty much.
Drawing maps is kind of cool.
Yeah. Okay. But so far, we have found out that the explorers of Azeroth cannot judge distances, see off their boat, and when they do take their boat and travel through what we would assume to be land, they can't tell distances either. Case in point, Exhibit A, the vanilla map. This is the map, when you hit the M key as the default key, and you might have had it switched differently. This is what the world map looked like.
By the way, don't pay attention to the blue circle at the top. It has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's just there. So, that's what we had at the beginning. Okay, when Cataclysm hit, things changed. This is what we had when we had it.
Also on this one, notice on Kalimdor, right above where it says Kalimdor, where Azura is the coastline, you're going to see that part change.
Well, yeah. And then Wrath and Kata. We now have the Horde symbol over there, turn sideways,
exactly.
which we're used to. But the big thing is Northrend showed up. Everything got pushed a little bit south.
They added a little extra on the top of Eastern Kingdoms, which happened in BC, actually, for Isle of Caed Danas, or however you say it.
Yeah. And then northwest of Kalimdor, the one island turned into two, which, again, happened Burning Crusade.
Yep.
But you've
Also,
got
you kind of see off the coast area near Stormwind and Eastern Kingdoms. It's just kind of a blue blob, which is the underwater worlds from Kata.
yeah, and then down south in the middle is one island, and we've clearly gone around the entire island at that point.
And if you remember taking boats back then, the boats like to do funky swirls in the middle too. So you didn't just go straight there because that big swirl in the middle made you do funky circles when you were on your boat.
Yeah. And then, in midst of Pandaria, that one little island down south turned into this great big island, but we discovered it then, and, whatever.
But at least for this one,
Yeah.
they said it was covered in mist. And that's
Yeah.
why we couldn't see it before.
Yeah, so maybe that one island is actually the island just to the north,
Maybe.
and we just didn't see it for some reason, because that's the Isle of Giants.
But then there was also an
That's
island to
totally
the west
what it
of that was kind of in between Pandaria and Kalimdor, which is
Yeah.
now gone.
Yeah. So far we've learned that the people who do the maps, and I'm talking the in-game, not the actual artists who make the maps, are really bad at geography, are really bad at distances, and just don't know what the heck they're doing. They're just kind of making things up as they go,
Plus,
it looks like.
look at how shriveled up Eastern Kingdoms got. The whole bottom half of Eastern Kingdoms looks way smaller than it was before. It's cold. It's having shrinkage. Yeah, check that out. Look at it. Go back. Boom, small. Boom, small. Big, small. Cold, hot. Cold, hot. Cold. Yeah.
Even Kalimdor changes.
Yep. It shrunk
They're
a little
make.
bit.
I mean, yeah, okay, fine. They're making room. That's fine. It's just one of those weird things. And now, pay close attention to just northeast of the maelstrom in the middle. New islands, and by the way, I did a test of this after I saw this map. We actually travel through that area right now when we take a boat, so we don't see anything. It's just loading screen, but we go right through that. And not only that, continental drift got really bad. Eastern Kingdoms went way far east.
The shrinkage made it move away from everything else.
Yeah, it got really cold over there.
Doesn't that tend to happen anyways?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's lonely when you have shrinkage.
So, to me, this says they just don't understand distances. They don't bother looking off the side of ships. The only time they do anything like this is when they get off the ship and walk it, and then just guess at that.
And the other thing that's kind of funny, and I'm nitpicking the hell out of this right now, but the little islands that are around Pandaria all moved, and the one in the northwest is moving away from the island because it doesn't like the rest of them.
That might even be the turtle, because it looks funky.
It does kind of, maybe it could be the turtle. It kind of looks like it has a tail.
Yeah.
In which
Either way-
case it moves, so that makes sense.
Yeah, either way, whatever. Yes, we're making fun. We're not actually upset at this. I will always be happy to see new content coming. That being said, it is kind of weird that this kind of stuff is happening.
Well, plus the maelstrom got really small, so somebody plugged part of that drain.
Yeah. It's just one of those things. It just, if you look at it from, okay, why is we doing this differently now? I get that, every time they add something, they have to make room on the map because there's only a limited amount of space. I get that. That's not a problem. It's just their placement of the Broken Isle. Okay, fine. Maybe that's where it goes. Maybe they should have planned ahead of time and put this stuff. I mean, they've been saying they've been planning like several expansions ahead. If they would have, say, in Kata, moved Eastern Kingdoms off to the side a little further, in Miss, move them a little bit further, it wouldn't be so
gradually.
jarring. It wouldn't be
Well, the
so
other thing they
jarring.
could do is they could have just put these extra islands on the outside. So instead of trying to put them between Eastern Kingdoms and Kalimdor, where the Maelstrom was already there taking up the majority of the space, they could have put it to the east of Eastern Kingdoms or to the west
Well-
of Kalimdor, and it wouldn't have changed the whole rest of the map, really. The map would have just got bigger.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't have changed, but at the same time, this is actually, from what I understand, where they're supposed to be. So, I'm not going to fault them on that. It's just one of those things where I personally would have rather the map have these big empty spaces instead of going from this with the Maelstrom taking up the entire middle to itty bitty Maelstrom. Are we going to lose the Maelstrom at any point?
Yeah, I mean, did Deathwing
But-
plug the hole? Like, legitimately, is the hole plugged from
It could be
Deathwing?
just a perspective view. You were
Possibly.
looking at things like up close, now you're looking at it from far away.
Camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2.
Exactly.
Sorry, Wayne's World moment. But, like I said, we're picking fun. We're not actually upset.
No, there's no
Yeah.
salt here. I just
No.
find it kind of funny.
Yeah, it was just, this is the big news, is they gave us the map, and we're just looking at different stuff. So, you know, whatever. That being said, I said that was the big news. That's really the only real news outside of they're still in alpha. They're
Yep.
still doing
Still in
stuff.
alpha.
Assassination Rogue came out today, I think it was, or something Rogue.
It was it was a couple days ago.
Yeah, something came out
Oh.
recently.
I want to say it
One
was
of the rogues back
Wednesday or Thursday. Assassination came out, and so did Frost Mage. There's only 2 specs left, which is Brewmaster and Destruction Warlock, and then all of them will be out on Legion. They also today released, or this actually might have been last night, released the heroic versions of the dungeons. So the alpha is nearing
Beta.
being complete. Yes, it's almost beta. Like I would not be surprised at all if beta was at the end of March.
And fixed. Sorry, I saw something that bothered me.
Yep.
Anybody have any WoW stuff at all? Other than, you know, sleeping through raids.
Uh,
I didn't sleep through raids. I don't know what you're talking about.
if you're listening to this and you don't have a raid team, I know 2 that could use you. There's a lot of people taking breaks right now. If you're not in CTR and you want to raid and your raid team is dissolving, you come to CTR. There's lots of raid teams who have spots and positions that are open. You can join one of our teams fairly easily. If you're somewhat competent, there's a spot for you in one of the teams. That being said, fire department's looking for folks. We want to try to push mythics. We're getting about 15 people or so almost each night that we raid. Draven, Draven, show up.
Working on it.
But you know, of course, pushing mythics gotta have 20 people. So that's pretty much the only thing that I've got going on. Still collecting that Garrison coin, but not a whole lot has changed.
Yeah. And our resident lore nerd, and I mean that in the nicest possible way, has come up and said the Broken Isle broke off of the Eastern Kingdoms and floated off towards Northrend. Only the tomb was raised up by Gul'dan 40 years ago, and 60 years ago before that by... I don't know how to say her name, Aegwynn. It's Medivh's mom. So, it's kind of an underwater place that just randomly, we're just going to raise you up out of the water.
That's true. What Osti said in chat is we are also looking for people. So bananas. Yep.
Yeah. So, all kinds of groups for WoW. If you're interested in raiding, come to CTR. Tons of people. If you hate Alliance like I do, I'm still in CTR because I like raiding, and there's just more people raiding in CTR than I know of anywhere else.
CJ, with all that lore knowledge, we need a clip or two every once in a while. Make us some lore stuff, buddy.
Yeah. Get on that, CJ.
Totally.
Well, I'll make sure Theory doesn't swap blast you off the bridge more than
Ah,
once a week.
how can you assure that?
I'll go engineering. I'll swap blast Theory.
It hasn't worked the last like 5 times I've tried it. Everybody expects it now, so I've been keeping low profile because it's not working anymore. It worked like 3 times, and then not so much.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, that's about it for WoW, because, I mean, I believe it's Battleground weekend this week, so if you want to do that.
I want to say it's skirmishes.
Yeah, that's yeah. It's PvP week.
Yeah.
However you
One
want
of
to take
the
it.
PvP weeks.
Yeah.
Correction.
So, whatever. So, Scarlet, you'll be interested in this. Got some Hearthstone stuff for you.
I know, it's awesome.
I know. So let's go ahead and hit up Hearthstone. Alright, so there was a rumor for the past several weeks, this announcement earlier today, for you West Coasters, it was going to be an expansion. We thought maybe possibly you're going to get standard wild announcement for this Tuesday. That didn't happen. We did get an expansion. That is Tavern Brawl. Whispers of the Old Gods, which was the big rumor, because they leaked it, is the new expansion. I haven't seen a whole lot of cards. We only got to see, I think, 5 or... We got to see less than 10 of them, so we don't know what all's coming yet. That being said, I am really looking forward to see how this stuff works. What do you think about it, Scarlett? You're the resident Hearthstone fanatic of the group of us.
I'm excited. They're putting twists on some of the cards that we already have because they get corrupted by the old gods. And there's a lot of cards that interact with the specific old god legendaries. So that's going to be kind of cool to make like an old god deck. Like imagine a Shadow Priest deck. Like actually making Shadow Priest a viable thing for Priest. That is fun to think of. I'm excited. I think it's cool. I'm a lot more excited about this than I was the Grand Tournament. I didn't buy any Grand Tournament packs at all. If real life permitting, I want to purchase some of these packs.
Yeah, I've seen, I don't know if it was official, they're doing the 40 pack thing again for $40 instead of 50 for 50 or something like that. I'm going to wait to see some more cards. I seriously doubt I'm going to go and buy 40 packs because like I said, other than the expansions or adventures, I put no money outside of the beta.
So
That's
hey
a long
Blizzard,
time ago.
hey Blizzard, where's our Arthas DK class?
Right? That would be awesome.
Just where's it at? When next year, maybe?
Possibly. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I don't know how everything works yet. I missed the announcement because work and such. But I did catch the aftermath of it. Saw those cards. I'm looking forward to the other Old God cards. I'm hoping we get some of those. Cthulhu you get when you buy the expansion, whether it's gold or money. If you pre-order, you get the card back, which it has a giant eye in the back that just kind of looks at you. I'm probably going to buy it.
It's pretty damn awesome.
Yeah, it looks...
That's like... I don't know why the old gods are just so intriguing, but they seriously are.
I really want to see the N'Zoth one, because we don't know what he looks like yet. We know Cthulhu was the giant eye. Yogg-Saron has the mouths everywhere. Those are the only two we actually know what they look like. We have two more because they got rid of the fifth one. He no longer exists in WoW lore. So that's sad, but what are you gonna do? That really is the big news. We could go into details on the cards. There's not really a whole lot to go on. There's nothing major. Like she said, some of them get corrupted. Tavern Brawl is a repeat. Randomonium. It's the Crossroad one again. You get random cards every time. Cost is random every time. I've actually played it quite a bit this week, mainly because I just haven't felt like playing ranked. Theory, you were, I'll call it, a little bit salty about it this time.
Well, this one's the third time this one's been out. I wouldn't necessarily say I'm salty because I don't play the game that much. But the one thing I do play the game for now is for the Tavern Brawls. So when I see one that I've already played and that I wasn't really super excited about the first time, it doesn't make me want to play it again. So I wouldn't say my salt is worth anything on this subject because of the fact that I don't play it that much already anyway. It's just not, it's not compelling if it's one that I've seen multiple times before.
Yeah. I will say, I'm okay with repeats. As long as, A, they don't happen all the time. They're at least semi-fun, but most importantly, they lead to brand new ones. Have brand new one, repeat, brand new one, repeat, other one, brand new one, like that. I'm okay with that. One new one a month is even fine. As long as the ones that get repeated don't suck. This one is, you know...
How does this one suck?
I didn't say it sucked. I'm not saying this one sucked. I'm just saying as long as the ones that do get repeated don't suck. So, you know.
I guess.
Theory doesn't really care for this one all that much. I like the randomness of it. At the same time, been there, done that, I guess would be the easiest way to put it.
Exactly, it's just underwhelming.
Yeah.
The random part is actually something that I like about this one because I don't have to have a crazy amount of cards in order to build decks that'll work. It's just the fact that it's not compelling.
Yeah. Like I kept getting people with like turn 1, legendary, turn 2, legendary, turn 3, legendary, turn 4, card that turns all cards into legendary. I'm like, what the heck? So, I'm about 50-50 on win rate at least, but, you know, whatevs, I guess.
Yeah, I think I'm probably about that. It depends on the class. On Priest, I'm actually losing a fair amount. But Mage and Warlock seem to do pretty good.
I've won the most with the Shaman. That's probably just random, you know, because you get random cards, so it doesn't really matter. Mostly. Getting back to the Old God thing, did they announce a date, or... Because I didn't see anything on that. I'm looking at you, Shar. I would imagine you had the most info on this.
Sorry, I actually didn't see a release date.
So soon, TM.
Yeah, I kind of just skimmed the article and looked at the cards, so I may not be the best one to ask about that.
All right, no biggie.
So it says on the March 21st they're having a reveal event for more cards. I imagine they'll probably give us more information about a release date then. That's actually on oldsgods.com.
Yeah. That is a Monday. So week and a half almost. Possibly the 29th, I would imagine, would be the absolute earliest. Probably looking at April, to be completely honest. So, do you have anything else, Hearthstone? Nope. Alright. Now's the time where you guys can take a quick nap while I talk about heroes.
Heroes of the Storm.
Free this week! Kael'thas, Karazim, Lieutenant Morales, StarCraft Medic, Muradin, Raynor, Zagara, Johanna at 5, Illidan at 7, Arthas at 12, Rixar at 15. Yeah. Let's see, Kael'thas doesn't get played anymore because he got nerfed into the ground. He's the new Paladin. Zagara just got hit with a huge nerf, which, unless you're big into heroes, no one cares. Not a fan of Arthas. I tried playing him.
That's sacrilege to say.
I'm not a fan of Arthas in heroes. You don't play the game, so shush.
Nope, that's still sacrilege.
Alright. Anyway, the sale this week, Murky. Everyone's favorite Suicide Squad. He's $4.25 instead of, $8.50. Grunty Murky. I'm tempted to get this skin, even though I don't play Murky all that much. At $5. Crypt King Tassadar is also $5. These look cool. Don't know if I'm going to buy any of them, but they look cool.
Don't tell Cuddles.
I already own Murky. It's fine.
You're not Cuddles.
I know. He's already got the Murky skin. He's got the
Has
Master
he got
skin.
them all? Okay.
Probably. It's Cuddles, more than likely. And then apparently I didn't set something up, so forgive me. Wouldn't be a show if I didn't forget one of them somewhere. Let me see here.
You're not forgiven.
You are
Ever.
not prepared. And of course, it didn't scale properly. Let's fix that. Alright, all better. So, you guys might even get a kick out of this. Asmodan, way back whenever he first started getting competitive play a long time ago, was called Asmo Dunk. Because he would just throw that big ball of demon energy and, kill stuff. Powers up. The more he kills with it, the faster it powers up. He just started getting called Asmo Dunk. So what did Blizzard decide to do? Just a few days ago, he's now got a freaking basketball skin. And when he does his the quote-unquote dunk move, he jumps in-game. It looks freaking amazing. I don't play Asmodan anywhere near enough, and when I do, I suck at that freaking skill. I probably won't get this skin, but holy crap, it's amazing. Did you guys happen to watch the video I linked to you? Please say yes. Let me rephrase, please. Honestly, say yes.
I can't answer that question. I plead the fifth.
Okay.
Fred Bob says no.
Okay. We're gonna have to work on our communication.
So
There's so many things linked in GroupMe that I'm not sure what you just put in there for interest and what you put in there for the show.
If it's Blizzard related, it's for the freaking show. Anyway, theory.
You take Heroes, which I'm already passively interested in, and then you put a basketball skin on a creature that I don't even know what it is.
Diablo
And-
Demon.
No.
I completely understand where you're coming from. Watch the video. It is hysterical, and they had to recode this guy so much to do this. I guarantee you they have been working on this, at least passively, since early on in the World Tournament scene last year.
So
I guarantee.
let me connect some dots for some people in case it wasn't obvious enough. This is March Madness time. If you happen to be a basketball fan, the colleges are getting ready to start the tournament. So it's like a big freaking deal. So you probably heard that Blizzard is about to start having tournaments on ESPN again, with their different tournaments they've got going on, which now they have a tournament for almost everything that's happening this year.
Heroes of the Dorm.
That's the one that's going to be on ESPN2 again, I think. And this is kind of a sports tie-in to coincide with what's going on in the sports world right now, which I'm wondering how much of that has to do with trying to get people involved with watching more gaming on ESPN.
If they buff this guy, then maybe. Because right now, at least in the tournaments I've been watching, I haven't seen a whole lot of Korea stuff. US and EU, Europe, don't really play this guy hardly ever. So unless they buff this guy so he gets some real competitive play, it's just kind of a silly, see what we did? And my Twitter feed for Heroes people blew up like as soon as this got announced. Like I said, I'm probably not going to get it just because I suck at the character. I usually don't buy a whole lot of skins for characters I know I suck at. Arthas. But I still think it's cool. It's like the Lucio skin.
You're hating on Arthas, man.
I don't hate Arthas. I hate Arthas in Heroes because A, I suck at him, and B, he's kind of a crap hero. At least right now. Alright. We don't have a slide for it. So, sorry about that. It is confirmed, aka speculated, Tracer is coming to Heroes. We knew this. There was an article, I believe it was on a gaming website. I can't remember where it was. They have a list of stuff, all her abilities. She transferred over into Heroes very well, apparently. Apparently she's coming next month. Before the game's out. I'm thinking that's going to be for the pre-order of Overwatch. If you pre-ordered it, just like Artanis, you get her for free before everyone else. I'm thinking that's how that's going to work. Not available to buy. That's how you get her until Overwatch comes out. Then she's available to everybody. Would not be surprised.
Makes sense. I'm kind of surprised they're not waiting until the open beta for Overwatch starts, though.
Yeah. I don't know.
That would be actually a good thing to release together, if you think about it.
Well,
Unless they're putting more.
Thinking they don't want at the same time because they want the people who play Heroes to also play Overwatch and the people who play Overwatch to also play Heroes, and they don't want to split the holy crap Overwatch week with holy crap Tracer and Heroes week, because if she works the same way in Heroes as she does in Overwatch, she's going to be the most overpowered and annoying character in the freaking game. Apparently, she can, while moving, and she'll be the only one who can do this as far as I know, keep attacking while moving. Everyone else, you have to stop, attack, keep going. She's going to be attack, 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 even while she's moving.
So the beta ends on the 9th, if I remember correctly, and then it's closed until it launches. It would make a hell of a lot of sense if Tracer came out on the 9th.
Yeah, it's speculation in April, but who knows? It seems like, and I agree with you, Theory, it makes more sense to put her there. But apparently she's coming out before the game comes out, which is the weird thing to me. Unless it's a pre-order thing, in which case, freaking genius at Blizzard. And we were going to talk about Heroes of the Dorm. Obviously, it's on ESPN2. It's only going to be the semifinals and finals. It's not going to be the whole tournament like it was last time, or at least the final 16 or final 8 or however many it was. It's only going to be like basically the final 4. So they cut it down from what I've been seeing from Solid Jake in particular, because he's going to be the caster this year. So congrats to you, sir. The production value skyrocketed compared to last year. There's so much new stuff. He can't talk about it, but he's really excited compared to his usual excited. He's like up amp to 11 right now. Is that him being, I have to be overly excited for this for promotion's sake, or he's really that excited? It seems genuine to me. Whether I'm right or wrong, who knows? But yeah, fun. I would ask you guys if you had anything else Heroes related. I already know better. So, let's go ahead and do some shout outs. And I will start off. Good night, Howlin. Thank you for showing up. Thanks for hanging out while we had our tech issues there at the beginning.
Good night, Howland.
For actual shout outs, Scarlett, ladies first.
Actual shout outs. I don't know today. I can't think. So
Fair. It is late.
I'm going to say shout outs to everyone who came out and joined the show and stayed even though we were a bit later. So kudos to everybody, and I hope you enjoyed it tonight.
Yay. Theory. Any shout outs from you, Saw?
Yeah, a shout out to Lag and Balls podcast. They're still going strong. Really liking what they're doing over there. If you haven't checked them out yet, you can do so. Also, a big shout out to Cuddles, who has been streaming all of my Only Watch for the most part, besides him and of course Totem, who I'll also give a shout out to. So that's kind of been my Overwatch experience, is watching them. And the funny part is I had to actually kind of help Totem troubleshoot his audio issues last night too, because he was having
I was there for that.
pretty serious problems as well.
Echoes. And,
So yeah, echoes, and then no sound, and then sound was coming from his earphones to his microphone, which was interesting.
Yeah. I'm glad it's not just me, at least.
No, it's not just you. I think that's probably it. Of course, the raid team's just like normal, but that's it.
As for me, I'm going to give a shout out to all of my raid teams, and by that I mean Rubber Chickens, Hydro Fire Department, Banana Republic. I don't know the name of the Horde quote-unquote team. It's another streamer. They've been really patient with me this week for the most part, aka letting me take a break and getting a break from me. So thank you for that. Other than that, I have two very specific shout outs. Well, I'll go three. Theory this week, I'm going to give you a shout out. I know we're not supposed to, shout out to each other. Helping me troubleshoot this audio thing tonight. As frustrating as it was, thanks. But my two specific shout outs, Navox, used to be co-host over at the Converted podcast. I literally was on my phone's Wi-Fi last night and talking to him via that on his stream. He was doing some art stuff, and because of him, good or bad depending on your point of view, this show is here tonight because of him. So take that as you will. Shout out to him. He helped considerably, so thank you there. The other shout out, you might have noticed we've been mentioning Totem quite a bit. Totemly Drunk, he hasn't played WoW in a while, but a lot of people in CTR know him and remember him and all that. One of the reasons we've been following him a bit more recently, he and I are going to be doing an Overwatch podcast, in which case I am not the host of. He's the host. I'm just there. I have Theory and Scarlet's job on that one. We're not recording live, not at first at least. We will get there eventually. We're going to, fix a couple bugs that we're going to run into that hopefully I'll be able to help a little bit on, because we've done this before. He had a poll, I got it actually right here, for choosing the name. The top three were Dragon Hungers, which is something from Hanzo, the archer guy. Omnic Crisis, which is the robot rebellion thing. And then Heroes Never Die. That's the one that won. I'm pretty sure that's the name of the podcast whenever we get going. We're going to start recording next week, I believe. And yeah. So if you don't get your fill of me now, more of me is coming.
And if you want to check out when Totem is streaming, he's on Twitter at @totemlydrunk. Definitely want to check him out as well. He's doing a lot of Overwatch stuff. So
yep.
If you're like me and are only watched out, but you still want to fix, check his stuff out. It's good.
Speaking of Totem, apparently he's currently playing Overwatch and literally just got the play of the game.
Yay, Totem!
So yay! If he played as Torbjorn, I'm gonna hit him. I don't think he does. The only time you get play of the game as Torbjorn is the play of the game is you hitting your turret and it doing all the work. And I'm not gonna actually hit him. Pharah apparently is what he did.
Pharah
is his go-to.
Yeah.
That is my favorite. It's fun.
I'm not gonna lie, he is way better at that game than I am. So I will be the resident, I don't know what's going on guy. Hopefully I'll get better, but for now at least, yeah. Those are my shout outs. And I had them even put in the show notes specifically, just in case I was and didn't remember. So, Theory. Well, are you ready to let people know how to get a hold of us?
Yeah, almost. Hey, Draven, have you gotten that Discord thing up and ready for our folks to start joining yet?
It's there. I'm...
Almost. Okay, coming soon.
Coming soon.
We're ready.
Epic Fail Discord. We, much like everything else, tech issues. Yeah.
With that, let's
make this happen. Discord. Okay. And ready when you are, Theory.
I'm ready.
So at Epic Fail Podcast, we do love it when you contact us. So here's the ways that you can do that. We are at www.epicfailpodcast.com. On Facebook, you can find us at /podcastepicfail. Twitter is at podcastepicfail. You can follow Draven at Draven Dresden on Twitter. You can follow Scarlett at Scarlett_CTR. And you can follow me, Theory, at Gank Theory, also on Twitter. Don't forget, you can find our podcasts on iTunes and Stitcher Radio. We look forward to hearing from you.
Theory, you need to stop breaking glasses. That's an expensive habit, sir, and it's dangerous. You have pets there. What are you going to do if they walk...
Like, it makes me feel better.
Okay, but what are you going to do when they walk by and they either step on it and, hurt their little paws, or they try to eat it?
I throw them in a trash can, like just, and that's it.
Okay, okay.
So we're okay.
It's still an expensive habit.
Yeah. So's WoW.
Not for me, it's not. I don't pay $1 for it. I let someone else do it. All right. Well, that would appear to be a show. After much difficulty.
Yay. I'm glad we still got to record tonight.
Yes. That means I have plenty of time tomorrow because I don't work until late in the evening. So I have plenty of time to get this up before midnight for Ro, because I'm sure he gets annoyed at me every week. Why isn't the new one up yet? What the heck? Or he doesn't care. Either way. Yeah. Alright. So, do we have any last words for tonight? No? No? Okay. I will give the last word, and it will be cartography.
Hello, Mother. You know, the world could always use more heroes.